welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about some new BlackBerry security updates for the BlackBerry Mobile KEY2 and KEY2 LE, and how BlackBerry makes absolutely no sense to me. So you and I both know that the licensing agreement, of course, ended with BlackBerry Mobile in August of this year. And we've since been getting security patch updates kind of regularly, which is funny because it's like the company had to close their doors before we could get reliable security updates. So there was an October one, there was a November one, and now we've got a December one. And it's the build number ACT911 for the KEY2 with a December 5th security patch update. And then over on the KEY2 LE, this one is the ACT575, which that's the build number for a November 5th security update. Now, I am aware that this is not going to go to everybody's phone. I don't know the rhyme or reason behind this, whether it's carrier related, whether it's BlackBerry related, whether it's phone model related, what it is. Inevitably, I will put this video out and some people will get the patch and some people do not. I'm sure it has something to do with the build numbers, the region specifics, and the carriers. But here in the United States, I'm using the unlocked models. So my BlackBerry KEY2 is the BBF100-2, and my KEY2 LE is the BBE100-5. I was running a July security patch prior to this on the KEY2 LE, and I think this one actually came out a little earlier, but I noticed both of them today, and somebody had prompted me to let me know, hey, there was a new one for the KEY2. This is great. I'm really happy that we're getting these security updates nowadays because we didn't get them for the longest time. We were not getting monthly security updates. I got one in March, and I didn't see another one again until October with my KEY2, and then I finally got caught up to July with my KEY2 LE. So this to me is a positive sign, and a lot of people say things about the whole onward mobility thing. I get a lot of questions with, how things are going to work, what's going to happen, and I think that because BlackBerry is the one behind the security updates and not BlackBerry Mobile, it gives me confidence that they're getting the guys spooled up back there so that once the new onward mobility BlackBerry device comes on the scene, it's going to get reliable updates because BlackBerry is in charge of the security. Now, I'm hoping once the new one comes out, we're going to have Android 10 or Android 11. That would be great. Ideally, Android 11 would be fantastic. But this gives me some hope. It gives me some confidence, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense to me. It's funny, I was talking to somebody else about this earlier, and it's like, hey, I got another security patch. And they're like, yeah, me too. So I'm glad that the KEY2, at least the one I have, is up to date with December. And this is better than some other manufacturers. Lately BlackBerry has been on point with the KEY2 and the KEY2 LE, and it's even more surprising to me because the BlackBerry KEY2 is over 2 years old now. The Motion stopped being supported. The KEY1 stopped being supported. So I didn't really expect once the licensing agreement ended with BlackBerry Mobile that we would continue to see security updates. But I think that BlackBerry on the back end, recognizes that these are the two best available phones that are out right now, and they need something to carry people over to get to the new phone once it comes out. So this is tells me that BlackBerry is doing what they're supposed to do and will continue to, because I would hope, expect monthly security updates. There's not been an announcement on that yet, but if BlackBerry wants to be the most secure phone company in the world, they need to be on par with at least Google, offering monthly security patches and also hotfixes whenever they need to be available. So the BlackBerry KEY2 still up to date and secure. The BlackBerry KEY2 LE still pretty up to date and secure, and I think that's important. The biggest thing when it comes to BlackBerry phones is always been form and function. So yes, is it running Android 8.1? It sure is. I really don't care that much though. Yes, I would prefer that they were running Android 9 or 10 or even 11 at this point. Android 8's kind of behind the power curve, especially 8.1. But when you look at this, these two phones are still very relevant. You can still do everything you need to do on them. You can use your banking apps. You can use your communication apps. And I don't really see that as being a loss. Yeah, it would be nice if they were better hardware like my updated flagships, but we do know that there's going to be a new BlackBerry right around the corner. So going into 2021, these phones are still going to be very relevant. And I would guess at this point that we will probably continue to see updates. I'm of course going to make a video to let everybody know as soon as I hear something or I see something or if there is a new security patch. But these two phones, very, very good phones. I very much enjoy both of them. The KEY2 LE, honestly, is my favorite of all of them because I like the build quality on it, I like the aesthetics, I like the keyboard on it. Also, I didn't have to pay a bunch of extra money because it doesn't have the touch-sensitive, capacitive keyboard. Honestly, and I've said this before, I'm not a big fan of the touch-sensitive keyboard. I wish they would leave it out so that they could bring the price down and they could focus more on, making a really good build quality and not trying to do fancy stuff that costs more money. So, yeah, looking forward, I don't know if we're going to see that feature in the new BlackBerry. I wouldn't be heartbroken if it didn't. I know some people really like it, but the important thing is, for those of you who are still carrying the BlackBerry Torch, these phones are relevant. They are up to date. I mean, there are phones that have come out in the last year or two that are not supported by other companies, so it does go a long way, I think, with rebuilding and rehabilitating some of this image in the community, some of their reputation, that they're still taking care of these phones for those of us who are still using them. Because I can still pick up my KEY2, I can still do everything I want to do with it. I still have a fantastic keyboard on here, and even if you wanted to use a KEY2 LE at this point, I really wish that they would do a software or a security patch update for the Motion and the KEY1, because there are people still using those, especially the Motion, because it's the only relevant, recent, mainstream, all touchscreen BlackBerry device. So that's it in this phone. Go check. If you don't have one, I'm sorry it's not there. Hopefully it will be coming along at some point in time in the future. Just, keep your nose to the ground, or keep your nose to the air and your ear to the ground, wherever the expression is. Some of them seem to be trickling out later on after they show up other places. So if you've got one, hopefully it'll get updated at some point. I know there's some people out there that are still waiting. And then it seems to be like some of these patches have already come out with earlier build dates for other people. I don't know. It's just some weird stuff, and like I said in the beginning, it doesn't make any sense to me, but I'm going to quit worrying about it making sense. I'm just going to be glad that we have these security patches that are coming out, keeping the devices relevant, keeping them secure, and keeping them, alive so that we can continue using them until the new one comes out, and then that'll give us a nice handoff to the new device. So check your phone, check your updates, and see if it's there. Hopefully it is. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I will get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.